Hey everyone, welcome to Real Talk, your go-to podcast for honest movie reviews and recommendations. I'm your host Josh, and this is a special mini episode where we dive into a quick spoiler-free review of a film that I just watched. Now this one comes up because I've been mentioning it a lot online lately. It's always my first Christmas movie, and that's Yogi's First Christmas. A charming animated holiday film that had me reliving my childhood. Spoiler alert, nostalgia hits hard, but does this movie still hold up? Let's get into what worked, what didn't, and whether it's worth adding to your holiday watch list. Yogi's First Christmas is a delightfully family-friendly animated movie that blends comedy, adventure, and the kind of holiday cheer that'll have you reaching for the cocoa. The story follows Yogi Bear and his pals as Yogi and Boo Boo wake up from hibernation just in time to save a mountain lodge's Christmas celebration. And of course, no Yogi adventures complete without his trusty sidekick Boo Boo, the lovable and cautious Cindy Bear, and the ever-dutiful Ranger Smith. It's packed with playful antics and heartwarming moments that are absolutely perfect for the holiday season. Originally released back in 1980, the film was directed by Ray Patterson, a legend in animation who's behind some of the most iconic Hanna-Barbera creations, including the Flintstones, the Jetsons, and many others. The animation has that vintage charm that makes it feel like a forgotten holiday classic, and it's one of those films that's become a bit of a cult favorite for fans of nostalgic holiday specials. So let's start off with, what does Yogi's First Christmas get right? For starters, the animation has the cozy retro vibe that really takes you back. Sure, it's a little dated, but it's great. It's the kind of animation that just feels warm, inviting, and a bit like wrapping yourself in a big holiday blanket. The characters are vibrant, the backgrounds are full of Christmas magic, and the snowy landscapes are as picturesque as any winter wonderland. The soundtrack also deserves a shout out with its jingle-filled tunes and cheerful melodies. It's nearly as impossible not to get swept up in the holiday spirit. I swear, even the Grinchiest of us might find ourselves humming along. And speaking of the cast, the voice acting is a huge highlight. Daws Butler as Yogi Bear is, as always, pure gold. His voice brings so much warmth and charm to the character that you really can't help but cheer him on, even when he's up to his usual mischievous antics. It's a classic performance that holds up and really gives the film its heart. Plus, the themes of friendship, teamwork, and the magic of Christmas come across so clearly, making this a solid pick for a family movie night. There are many standout scenes within there. My favorite is the ice skating sequence, starting with the chase with the Ranger chasing Yogi, and then Yogi doing these amazing acrobatics in his ice skating. It's all over the top, but it's the best way possible, and it had me grinning like a kid every time. That playful spirit is exactly what makes the movie so enjoyable. It knows what it is, and it fully embraces it. That said, the movie's not without its flaws. Its runtime is a little long. It seems to drag a bit. Some of the songs are a little longer than you want them to be. It's definitely a slow burn in parts, and younger viewers could lose interest faster than adults rewatching it for that nostalgic kick. Also, while most of the humor lands, there are a few jokes that don't quite work, a couple of punchlines that don't hit the same way as they did back in the 80s. That might be a bit of a buzzkill for some audiences, especially for those used to the fast-paced animation of today that have a different rhythm. This film will feel a tad sluggish by comparison, but for adults revisiting the holiday gem, the moments are more of a mild hiccup than any kind of deal breaker. So here are my final thoughts. Yogi's First Christmas is a sweet, nostalgic trip down memory lane. If you grew up watching Hanna-Barbera cartoons, or if you're looking for something light and cozy for the holiday season, it's absolutely worth checking out. Brings a little holiday magic to the table, even if it's not groundbreaking. But if you're expecting a modern, edgy holiday adventure, this is not for you. It's definitely a product of its time, which is both a strength and a limitation. I give Yogi's First Christmas a solid 6 out of 10. As a film, it's a 10 out of 10 in my heart. It's a fun and cozy pick, perfect for fans like myself who love vintage animation and classic holiday specials. It won't hit the mark for everyone, especially if you like more fast-paced or more modern. But, as always, thank you for tuning in to this mini episode of Real Talk. I hope you enjoyed the show, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and leave us a review. It helps us keep bringing you our takes on the movies. But after this, we're going to continue back into our dive into Tim Burton and see what more is coming. But until Friday, tomorrow when the next episode comes out, take care and remember, the best stories can be found on a reel.